Can you feel it? The walls between the sane world and that unplumbed dimension of delirium are tenuously thin here.
Yep, that's right. I'm back. And I'm back with Darkest Dungeon. Most of you probably don't know this game, but I'll try my best at explaining this. Also, may notice something. I'm extraordinarily lazy today, so there's a new video format. I'll just be voicing over this footage, which is why I'm not talking about the footage. Instead, I'll just talk about why there haven't been any videos, and well, the reason is very simple, because I'm too lazy to edit, which is why I'm having this new video format where I barely have to edit by just playing a fun game where there's always action and I can just talk over it. Yeah, there's some issues with these videos because my monitor is in 1440p, but I was recording 1080p so that I don't have to work with 20 gigabyte files. So my mouse position is always wrong, which is why I'm somehow clicking into the abyss, but still doing stuff. Yeah, maybe I talk about the game, Darkest Dungeon. Yeah, it's a roguelike where people die. It's very fun, which is why I've been playing it a lot. And this save file I'm playing it right now, I've already made quite some progress. I'm about to kill the second to last boss. So yeah, obviously I'm pretty far. Right now I'm just organizing a bit. That gives me time to talk about some stuff more, but I'm not really sure what to talk about anymore. I hope I get into the action soon. I do. Yeah. Look at these guys. Wow. He's a loser. These are all losers, and that's quite an issue. This guy isn't so much, which is why I'm choosing him for my team. And yeah, for those of you that know Darkest Dungeon, which, to be honest, that's probably a little unlikely, but yeah, I'm making a dancing team to kill the hag. Basically, that means these heroes you see in the bottom, you can choose 4, and they'll just dance around a bit. Yeah. Got a healer, a dedicated dancer, and then a guy with a gun, and then a girl with a spear. It's really good for killing witches, because basically the gimmick for the boss I'm going to fight soon is that yeah, she's gonna steal one of your people, and I just accidentally paused the footage. Yeah, okay, I hope that doesn't give me any desync issues. Maybe I'll put it into the editor, whatever. Basically, I'm watching my edited footage at the moment, and well, I didn't edit a lot. Yeah. What was I saying? Alright, the witch puts one of your heroes into a pot, and then they slowly die, and in the meantime you have to kill the witch or destroy the pot. And which is why a team of heroes that can move around a lot is really good, because whenever the hero is rescued from the pot, they'll be put at the front. And for a lot of teams in Darkest Dungeons, this can be a problem, but not for dancing teams, because they just dance around the problem with the guys at the front, or the people dance around him, and yeah, it just works. But if you have never played Darkest Dungeon, what I just said probably makes absolutely no sense. But yeah, here I'm just buying some supplies, and we're about to start the mission. I think just best if you see the gameplay. It's what you're here for, probably.
Her wild policy of
Yeah.
self-experimentation grew intolerable. She quaffed all
I let the
manner
guy
of
talk.
strange fungi, herbs, and concoctions.
Although I just realized,
intent on
makes
gaining
absolutely
some insight
zero
into
sense
the
for you to
horror
listen to
we
the
both
story if you've
seemed
never
to be
played it,
growing
cause
beneath us.
spoilers, which is why I'm talking right now.
Was
Talking over the
appalling, and
spoilers.
no longer able to stomach it,
Yeah,
I set her to
basically,
leave in the wheeled
hey, I just had the
where
idea for
wildness
playing this
would be
game because
welcomed.
it's so... It's pretty short, the missions, and there's almost always something going on, and well, that can be
In the wild corruption here.
pretty useful. And wow, battle! Look, so much action. You know, like I've also contemplated playing something like Hearts of Iron 4, but that's so much editing, because nobody's going to watch a 5-hour video of someone mostly just looking at the map. Like, I don't know if you would even watch a well-edited video about me playing map games, but yeah. Darkest Dungeon is different. There's always action. I'm actioning! Yeah! Look at that guy, got stunned, what a loser. Now that guy's getting stabbed. Oh my god, a riposte, what's that? I got shot, but ooh, yeah, I can fight back thanks to the riposte.
How quickly the tide turns.
Then, I actually remember this round. The guy with the gun, he gets pretty fucked up at the end, but everything's alright. Although, will it be alright for the boss fight, or not talk about it, to not spoil it. But yeah, Darkest Dungeon, a lot of fun. I've bought it like 1 or 2 months ago maximum, but I already have like around 100 hours. Yeah, okay, that's maybe not that much, but yeah. Also, why there haven't been any videos, I've already talked about it because I'm too lazy to edit. But let's come up with a better excuse and just say, yeah, it's university. As a matter of fact, I've still got a seminar I should really be writing right now, but no, someone commented on one of my videos and asked me to make a new video, so I'll do that. Yeah, you saw he got a little fucked up. He was at 1 HP, that's pretty close. No, he's just low HP. Yeah, I'll not talk about the gameplay and why I'm doing stuff that much because it's like high level stuff, right? And I don't think most of you will understand it. I'll just confuse them. It's just fun to watch the numbers. Oh my god, that was a crit, 5 damage. Look at how little health he has left. I think it was 3 HP. Yeah, that's pretty bad. You also see me thinking a lot because when I was playing this I thought, hey, I'll edit around it, but now I'm just too lazy, so yeah, you just see me looking at all the skills and then choosing what to do very, very slowly. Yeah. Maybe I'll talk about the game a little. So there are like 4 different worlds, so to say. There's like a place with a bunch of skeletons, a place with a bunch of fishes, and a place with a bunch of pigs, and the place I'm in right here is a place with a bunch of, I don't know, slimes and mushroom monsters, I guess. That's the best way to describe it. Yeah. Okay, the guy with the gun got fucked up even more. He's now at 0 HP, and the way it works in this game is someone's at 0 HP. If they get hit again, they have a 33% chance to die. We obviously hope that doesn't happen, but I'll be honest, it happens a lot that people just die. But will he die here? Let's see. Right, I have to hope that my healer gets her turn and that the other monsters don't attack the guy who's about to die. But, he's not about to die because he just got rescued. The game itself is quite challenging, even though you might think, hey, if someone goes to 0 HP they don't die, what's this pee-pee poo-poo crap? Like, oh my god. Also yeah, I was just showing off, she has 70 dodge, but she barely dodges, it's pretty bullshit. 70 dodge basically means there's a 70% chance to dodge, and still she doesn't dodge that much. It's... how the hell does the RNG work in this game? Whatever. I'm killing the monsters relatively quickly anyway, it's also normal to just take a lot of damage as long as you can heal it. Yes. So that's what I'm doing! She does dodge here, okay. Spoke too soon, I was complaining for no reason. Yeah, the first couple fights are relatively easy, even though a guy almost died. Whatever. Maybe I'm just bad at the game. Right. And do I kill her? No, I heal here first. And now I kill her. Yeah! Okay, no. That's pretty annoying always when some enemies are at 3 HP and then you shoot them and you miss. It's really annoying. Also, maybe I should say some more things about the game. I'm taking a lot for granted at the moment because my past few weeks have just been Darkest Dungeon. There's also stress mechanic, that's a white bar you see under the health bar. If it reaches 100, basically the people go insane and they'll start messing shit up. You don't want that, it can actually kill you a lot easier than the normal monsters. This is why you have to make sure it doesn't get too high. It'll get a little high in this level, but not too high, spoilers. Here we see people, not just people, there are also dogs, but they look like zombie dogs. So cool, right? Yeah. Wow, so much damage. I should have written like at least a some bullet points about stuff I want to talk about, but I was too lazy, can't be bothered. Once I finish this video, I'll start doing my homework for university, because that's a smart thing to do, but I'm not that smart.
The slow death.
Yeah. Let's see what happens now.
Unforgiving.
Get bitten? No? Okay, I dodged it. Nice. Instead, a guy screams at me. Very bad. Yeah, you can see the black number. That is stress. If it gets too much, as I've already said, people go insane. Let's see what I do next. I get bitten. And I heal. Makes sense. Pretty smart of me. And then I kill them, right? Yeah, not really. Isn't enough. And then he dodges. It's always the same. Always I think maybe I can kill him this round. No. Oh, I still have got a second guy who can deal damage and he misses. Always the same. But hey, everyone's dead now and I get food and money. It's cool. Yeah, I don't think I'll talk about this much. If I have motivation in the future, I will definitely make another Darkest Dungeon video, I think, about the actual Darkest Dungeon. It's like the end game. But yeah, after that maybe I'll make a playthrough where you can join me and understand things actually, instead of just hearing me talking stuff that's confusing. But maybe I can talk about the game a little more. You see the guy with the tree branch? He is a bad motherfucker and he will do a lot of damage if you don't kill him quick enough or stun him, which I do not, because you just saw she missed. Yeah. Also a thing you were... Also maybe I'll talk about what I meant with dancing teams. You just saw when the guy tried to stab the mushroom monster, he like moved a space forwards, right? That's what dancing means. It's when you attack, you move around, and yeah, it takes some time to my characters go again, but yeah, well, not all of my characters, but 3 of the characters, except for my healer, they have moves that just move them around when they fight. Like, if I use the spear thrust now, you will see that she moves a step forward. Nice! And that's just what dancing means. It means they can move around constantly. And yeah, as I've mentioned, such teams are just good when your team is out of position, basically. Because, for example, you always want your healer to be at the back, but if she's at the front, that's bad. And usually you'd have to waste a bunch of actions to move your team back into position. But with a dancing team, you don't have to do that. You just do the stuff you usually do and your team is back into position automatically. That's why dancing teams are great, and they're also a lot of fun, because usually with a lot of other teams it's very, I'll just say, like, algorithmic. Or every good team is algorithmic, where you always know what you have to do. Well, almost always, you know. Also there, 29 damage, big damage. Well, anyways, it's about that, anyways. Yeah. But with dancing teams it's just more fun, because you have to think a little more. Like, here I'm thinking, should I move her to the front or should I not? Because the guy with the gun, he has a really good move he can do when he's at the very front. So I try to keep it at the front, but you'll see I'm pretty stupid because... Oh, never mind. What am I doing here? Oh, I know what I'm doing here. Yeah. The giant, he's got, like, you can see the green droplets and the red droplet. Yeah, he just died. That just means he was bleeding and he was also poisoned. So when it was his round, he loses some damage, and that's why I didn't kill him outright, because... stupid chest. Because if I killed him, then my healer wouldn't have gotten a turn and she couldn't have healed people. So that sucks. Oh, that's like a really smart strategy.
Spirits are lifted.
Maybe some more stuff I can talk about. You can find cool treasure. And there's also a torch mechanic. That's the orange ball you see at the top. If it becomes 0, it's completely dark and people are scared. But if it's at 100, then people are not scared and you have a good time. Yeah. Also, here I got really lucky, because that yellow thing, it's something that's relatively rare. It's basically you have a chance to scout, and when you scout you have another chance to like find these secret rooms. And look at this treasure! Do I actually show how much money it is? Well, very shortly. Maybe you can pause the video, but it's 3,500 gold. That's a lot of gold. And yeah, people are hungry, so they eat food, and I move on, hoping to get to the boss fight. I've already mentioned that the mouse is out of position, right? Yeah, okay. Sometimes I'll move the mouse into the right position because I like look at OBS and then see where the mouse is in the recording, and then I can just move the mouse into the right position from there. So sometimes you see it at the right position when I want to show some stuff, but usually not. For example, no, but still. Wow! Spear through everyone. Right, I just realized. I'll just jump around. Maybe the best way to watch this video would be to, like, write down all the different topics I'm talking about and then order them by timestamp and then jumping around the video to have something halfway coherent. Either way, yeah. Wanted to say something like, right, there were different worlds in this game, and a lot of people hate the place I'm right now. It's called the Deal, where all the mushroom monsters are, because of this monster that's in position 3 right now. It's called the Virago, and that's actually a good reason to hate that monster, because it has a dodge of, what, 40? I don't know whether I show it at some point. Well, the Madman also has a dodge of 40, it's also really common here. And that's just really annoying, because you always miss at least once, usually a lot more times than just once. So, yeah. Oh, ooh, I didn't see the exact dodge value, but you saw the dodge value was really high on that monster. And that's just really annoying. So, yeah, what can I say? It's annoying. But, oh, there you saw. It's 46. That's actually not. It's actually okay. It's still pretty young. Yeah, people hate her because she also has an ability that if they're corpses from the enemies, then that witch has an ability to like prevent you from healing your other heroes, and that's obviously a big problem if the HP of your heroes is low. But I do not think that is the worst thing. Hot take here. Hot takes you guys will not understand because you're not within the Darkest Dungeon community. That's not really bad, I feel like. Much worse is the place with the pigs I've talked about, the Warrens, it's called. And I absolutely hate that place in the highest difficulty because there's a pig, he's called a Skyver, and his ability is to just basically kill everyone if he gets a chance, because he can attack 3 of your heroes at once, and he will regularly deal 15 damage or more depending on if he crits or not. And yeah, there you saw how easily I killed the Virago. It's like a non-issue, honestly. But the Skyver, he will literally destroy your party if you do not take care of him. And well, the ways to take care of him is not to just try and kill him as quickly as possible, because he's got a lot of health. About as much as Virago, but you know, the Virago isn't that much of an issue. It's that Skyver I'm talking about. Maybe I will edit in a picture, probably will, off-road, if I forget. Yeah, the only way to stop him is to either stun him, but he's got a pretty high stun resist, so that's not a guarantee. Or to pull him forward, because basically he's throwing spears at you, so if he's too near you, he can't throw them. And that's basically his counter, it's just to pull him forward. I don't know, I don't think I've ever showed the ability, but the girl with the spear, her ability that's like kind of bluish with the snake, that's an ability that can pull enemies forward. But here is the reason why I think he's still the worst enemy in the entire game. Even though that is his counter, not every party has a hero that can pull people forward. Which means, if you want to go to a place with the pigs, you can't just do any party that sounds interesting to you. You need to have a good healer first of all, but also someone who has an ability to pull other monsters forwards. And yeah, here I'm camping, by the way. It's not a lot of fun. You can use some abilities and eat stuff. Yeah, but let's just continue on with my stupid ass friend. Yeah, I think it's a really big issue if you cannot go into an entire world or dungeon, whatever you want to call it, unless you have a specific setup of heroes. Because a lot of fun in Darkest Dungeon is also just to come up with some cool parties, basically. Like, who do you choose? Like, ooh, would it work if I had like 4 people who just had guns and they just shoot everything up? Spoiler, it's a bad idea. But yeah, if you go into the place with the pigs and the warrens, you're really limited, and that's just something I really hate. And like the first time, actually also the second time, I got bot fucked in basically by the Skyrim. I was obviously angry, so whenever I'm angry at a video game, I look up the issue I have with the game on Google. And then there will often be results of other people being angry at the game who decided to just write a rant, and me reading rants of other people who agree with me, that's really therapeutic. And like, I know that I'm not just bad at the game, other people are having a hard time too, and it's nice to just see that everyone's having the same problem. But what's always annoying about these posts usually is that in the comments there will always be some smartass who's like, just get good or whatever, you know. And yeah, like one thing that was annoying when I was reading rants about the Skyrim was that a lot of people would just say, "Huh? He's so easy to deal with, like just bring like whoever, like someone with the ability to pull him forward, and it becomes so easy." Like, no, that's like not what it's supposed to be about. Like, this guy, he is basically stopping a lot of party compositions unless you bring the right guys for the entire dungeon. It's like ridiculous. For example, usually you only need specific party compositions when you're fighting bosses, like the boss right here. With the boss right here, it's good if you have a dancing team. But if you do not want to have a dancing team, then you just don't fight this boss. You can fight another boss with a non-dancing team, whatever. Like, that's fine, because bosses are supposed to be a challenge and you need to prepare properly, and you need to know like what kind of party members to take. But that should not be considerations you have to make when just visiting a normal dungeon, in my opinion. Like, most party compositions should work in all dungeons, because it's just not fun if you go to a dungeon and basically, yeah, you just get butt fucked because you decided to experiment a little. I really don't like that. Anyways, I completely did not mention that we just started fighting the boss, and yeah, you saw the guy with a gun get kidnapped into the pot. I contemplated destroying the pot, but I actually read a guide. It's completely unnecessary, and I actually agree after this fight, because even though the guy takes some damage, you know, when he gets to 0 HP, which he has already done before, you know, you probably already saw it, he goes into like a death's door, and only then, when he takes further damage, does he actually die. But the way the pot works is, if he goes down to 0 HP, the pot throws him out, which means he stops taking damage, and then all you have to do is heal him. To be honest, it's still very risky, because the witch boss here, you can probably still attack him after he comes out of the boss, out of the pot, and then kill him, which she actually does sometimes. Like, she does attack after he comes out of the pot before I heal him. But I got really lucky this run, actually, and she never attacked the person who came out of the pot directly. So yeah, that's the risk. But basically the most effective tactic available is to just ignore the pot, because as long as you got enough damage, which I do, as you can see, she's almost down to half health, this fight is super easy. Yeah, all you have to do is constantly deal damage and then heal the guy that comes up with the pot. That's all this battle is. So yeah, I said I didn't want to spoil the battle, but I'll just spoil it. It's super easy and no one does. No one actually does. He does obviously go down to 0 HP. Then here you can see he's at death's door, gets thrown out, 0 HP, about to die. You need to heal him, but my healer doesn't get her turn. This is an issue. You can see, well, her first move is to move someone else into the pot, luckily. I think she actually does this always, so there isn't that much risk, but here, this is a big risk. She actually attacks him, but luckily she missed. If she hit him, he might have died. But he will not die now, because I just healed him. Well, that's nice. Instead, yeah, I can duelist advance, activates the repose. I never actually explained that. I was talking about it jokingly at the beginning. Repose is just, while this reposed ability, so to say, is activated, as long as someone else attacks this guy, then he will defend himself, basically. He will just attack back. Also, did you see this bad luck here? I brought her down to 1 HP, and then she uses an ability to heal herself. That's fucking bullshit. Well, anyways, it's still not very hard. She only has 7 HP left. There's no way she can survive this. Boom! Oh no! But post missed, of course. Yeah. He'll go down to 0 HP again, but oh my god! Repost clutch! She's dead. That was it. And my hero in the pot just went down to 0 HP. Poor girl. But she gets thrown out and is fine. Also, here I'm a little angry because look at these rewards I've got. They're just standard items, and you get like of common rarity. It's basically worth it, so it's good to that. Yeah, we're nearing the end of the video because, yeah, I killed the boss. Ain't that fun? Look at how much treasure I've got. Oh my god! 19,000 gold. Incredible. Yeah. Let's see. People leveled up to level 6, and yeah, cool. I've got tapeworms and hemophilia. Very cool. Yeah, that's basically it. Video fades out, and the video is about to end. I just realized that due to this desync issue, maybe this part won't be the video. Whatever. Goodbye.